joint is so annoying. Like the website for the credit cards, like I rely on notices in my email, like heavily. Like if I don't get a notice in my email, that due date more than likely is past. Like, and Walmart, my notices kept going into my spam. So they would like, I would get one every now, like once every blue moon, but then the other ones would just go into my spam. But I usually always got the ones that said, you missed your payment.
You only got those.
Yeah, I only got those. So I saw that I missed my payment, and at first it pissed me off because I was like, okay, maybe there's a grace period. I called Walmart. I was like, yo, I missed my payment, but yo, I thought I signed up for auto payments. And it was like, nah, yo, you didn't do that. So I ended up missing a payment, and it dropped my credit score down so far.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know it though.
Yeah.
So I was trying to apply for I was just doing what's the thing when you're trying to get a home loan? I was trying to get pre-approved.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually going to go shopping for it. I was just trying to see what they was going to tell me what I can afford.
Right.
And they was like, nah, son, we ain't give you nothing. You missed the credit card payment.
That one credit card payment.
I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like I make this much money. My credit score is this. You telling me I can't? Yeah, we ain't giving you a loan if you miss a credit card payment within a year. Try again next year. I'm like, next year, bruh. Like I missed one payment out of like all of them, like 24. What?
Yeah, that's because your payment history accounts for 35% of the entire like credit score. Yeah. So they base your payment history above all else.
That's crazy.
They base how often you pay above how much debt you have, above inquiries, above everything. Yeah. Your payment history means more to them than anything else. So yeah, you missed one payment, they thinking, oh, I don't know, brother. It just kind of seemed like you're going through something right now. You probably need to check back next year when you get your life together. That's pretty much what they say to themselves. Like, you ain't ready.
It's just corny because, like, you know, in the black community, it's already difficult enough to have the cash flow to be able to afford all of everything that life asks of you. Right. You know, and then if you want a house, the first thing you think of is, I got to get a credit card because I got to get my credit up. Yep. Or I have to see what my credit score is, right? Yeah. Because every time you even talk to a lender, the first thing they ask you is, what's your credit score? And then you later find out that your credit score doesn't even truly matter. It's like, why they ask me that in the first place? Right. Like, it's just like it's a game. In the black community, we don't make that much money. Yeah. Like, we just don't. I mean, think about it on the South Side. Only types of jobs you can find are government jobs and warehouses. That's it.
Yeah, for the state or, federal or anything like that.
That's it. Like, and every time you go to, a state office, God forbid if you have to, you only see women. Like, it's not that many jobs out there. And if you see women, you know good dang and well, they're not paying that much.
No, they're not. And it's crazy. Like, I was looking at some of the jobs for the state, and some of the jobs were like, I mean, you got to have a master's degree with all this experience, 5 to 7 years experience, all of the above. And they want to give you like $20,000. Like, come on. Like, seriously, 20? And you want me to have a master's degree? Exactly. My master's degree is more than what you willing to pay me for a year.
Exactly. And most of us, right after high school, I mean, if you finished high school, nowadays people make it seem like high school is the hardest thing in the world to do, and it's the easiest thing about life ever. I mean, everybody that finishes high school is like, I wish I could go back to the high school days. Right. But it's like most of us, right after high school, we have to join the workforce. Like, we have to. And with a high school diploma, you're not getting nothing but a warehouse job. You barely getting a state job. If you get a state job, you had administrative experience at some small office that stressed you out to the point where you needed to quit or you was gonna die. Yeah. Like,
well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily say that. It really all depends on who you know, and it depends on just what direction you plan on going, because there are some successful people that have a high school diploma and is making the best out of what they have and what they want. But then like you said, majority aren't really getting those opportunities, and it's sad. It's really sad. You shouldn't have to go to a college to prove that you can do the job.
Yeah. That's
just how I feel. You shouldn't have to, jump through 1,000,001 hoops just to prove that you can do something. 9 times out of 10, you can do something better than they can.
And a lot of these jobs are required degrees. There should be 2-year trade programs for these.
Right.
Like, I mean, just me, like, personally thinking, accounting. That should be a trade. Like, I don't care what nobody says. You don't need to go to school for 4 years to be an accountant. You just don't. Like, you can go to a 2-year and get the same exact education, bro.
Right.
They teach you the same thing. Like, even though there's a lot of courses when it comes to accounting, and at the most it'll take you is 3 years.
Yeah.
You should just be able to do it. Like, it's just stupid. Like, all these schools require you to do way too much to keep you there, and then everyone's first year of college is English, the same crap you've been learning for the past 13 years of your life.
Don't get me started on that first year freshman,
first year experience joint. Oh,
I'm like, y'all just want to add a class.
Yes, waste of time. That teacher in there.
What do you learn? I took that class and I still don't know what I learned.
Me either.
What did I learn? What did I go through?
Me either.
Only thing I remember is a scavenger hunt.
Yep. It's always something stupid.
Right.
It's always something stupid. A scavenger hunt, a stupid little paper you had to write about nothing.
About absolutely nothing.
Yeah. I think my first time I took a class like that, I had to take pictures of like stupid monuments around the campus. Like go to this Dolby Hall,
right?
And take a picture of the front door. Take a picture of the dean's office. Like, fam.
Yeah. What is this going to prove?
Like, what if my phone broke? Then what? It was stupid. And then you didn't even have to provide the pictures. College is a scam. Most of us, a lot of people, like especially millennials, have dropped out before we finished, and Sally Mae is knocking at that door.
Well, do you think they're gonna get rid of that debt?
They will.
I don't know.
No, you got to think about it like this. They're not doing it, and I love Bernie. I feel the burn, but they're not doing it for us. If you truly think about it, the baby boomers are not spending that much money. They're buying, all they're doing is trading in their old car for the newer version of the car.
Right, because we're in so much debt. Yeah. We got freaking loans on top of loans.
Yeah.
Just to get through school.
And they can't even afford to take care of the millennials after they turn 18. Like, most of us after 18, they was like, yo, we can't do nothing for you right now. But the baby boomers are going to die with a ton of debt. The millennials aren't spending money at all. Mm-hmm. A lot of us are living at home because we have to.
Yeah.
The inflation is ridiculous. Everything is expensive. The cost of living is extremely high. Apartments, especially on the south side, are expensive. $800 gets you a 1-bedroom. That's nuts, because they still paying minimum wage out here.
And that's on the cheap end.
That's on the cheap end. I mean, if you truly think about it, they have to erase our debt. They have to hit a reset button on us because we're not spending money. And you only get, like a 1 year grace period after you finish college?
6 months.
6 months. Yeah, you get 6 month grace period after you finish college to and until you have to pay your student loans.
Yeah.
Because at first they were talking about taking it out of our paychecks. They were literally talking about that.
But if we're not making enough.
Yeah, but if we're not making enough, and or if them taking that out of our paychecks is the equivalent to someone's baby daddy getting robbed out of child support, a lot of us are gonna be on the street.
Yeah.
Government won't let that happen because the way capitalism works, they need us to keep working and keep spending money. If we're working but not spending money, working is obsolete. Why do we need to work?
Yeah.
We're gonna do under the table stuff. We're gonna start a business and really go after our own freedom.
Right.
When that doesn't help the economy.
Right.
Businesses help the economy, but if we're doing it in a way that does not help the government pockets, then
in a way that benefits our own.
Yeah, exactly.
Our own stuff.
Why would they let that happen? That's why they will more than likely erase our debt because we're not spending money at all.
Yeah,
we're just not spending it.
I mean, I can see that if my debt was completely erased, I would wholeheartedly go after my house.
Yeah, you would buy a house, you would furnish it. A lot of people are using liquidators to buy furniture. We're buying the cheap, messed up, badly measured, badly tailored furniture. We're going off IKEA, which is furniture that's made from a whole nother country. Excuse me. We're going after foreign cars. We're not buying American made. I mean, it's all these different pieces to a puzzle of the economic breakdown are being put together, and the millennials will have to take that on.
Yeah.
So the least they can do, the least they will do is erase our debt. They erase our debt, like you said. You'll buy your house.
Yeah.
You'll furnish your house. You'll buy the stuff you want to buy instead of always looking for a deal everywhere you go.
Right.
Or just not paying for it.
Or just not buying it. Yeah. Which is why I feel a lot of people rent instead of own.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that ties into the same thing as why people would rather rent an apartment or rent a house instead of owning a house?
Heck yeah. I mean, why go through this long process of buying a home when no one's taught you about it? Everyone's parents more than likely owns a home, but they haven't taught you how to buy one. They haven't taught you anything about credit. You had to learn it yourself. And what they do know is definitely outdated. Yeah. But you have to learn this crazy process. You have to go to college, make something yourself, focus on work. There's too many things on our plate to try and buy and worry about all the logistics and details of this process that no one has taught us, rather than just go up to the leasing office, sign our name on a dotted line, and boom, move in.
Yeah.
It's way easier. And also, it's out of pocket cheaper. It's just cheaper out of pocket.
Yeah.
Long term, expensive. Just economically thinking, expensive. But short term,
yeah.
I mean, it's easy. Like you pay a deposit and first month's rent, which is $800 apartment, and first month's rent is
$800.
Is $800, but then you have a security deposit, and a lot of these places are doing like come January, moving specials.
Yeah,
here comes the moving specials. Yeah. Everyone's moving. Everybody's getting that $100, $50 security deposit. Let's get you on in here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is, and then you just keep jumping place to place because every time your rent goes up, it goes up significantly.
Right. I mean, you spending to get into an apartment, you spend it anywhere from $800. Using your example, the $800 apartment, you spend it anywhere from $800 to, let's just say, $1,200 to get into a apartment, and then after that, you spend it, the $800 plus the utilities and whatnot.
Yeah.
But to get into a home, we're talking about thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
I mean, and that's